Today's review is on the Classic Army XM177E2. A little back history on the railgun. It was developed in 1967 to upgrade the old XM177. The old one did lack the forward assist, didn't have the little brass guard here, and a couple other little features. This moderator was a little short. I'll go into the moderator a little later because it's kind of a unique feature on this gun. But it was used in Vietnam by most of the special forces in Vietnam, MACV-SOG, Special Green Berets, Navy SEALs, and whatnot. And it was used up until about 1994 when it was replaced in general use by the M4 carbine. They're used in Somalia. They're primarily featured in the movie Black Hawk Down, where they were custom painted and used by the Delta operators and some of the other soldiers in that operation. But it's a really unique gun. People are like, oh, it's just another M4. You look at it up close, and there's a lot of details that set this apart, and it's really cool. And when people see that, they're like, oh, that's an XM. They're really, it really sets it apart from the crowd. It's sort of like it's an M4, but it's not. So let's get a little closer look on this. So here it is against a regular M4. You can see that the M4 has the LE stock. This is a newer style retractable stock. Has a sling loop down at the bottom, sling loop right here. The XM did not have that. It had a sling loop right here, just like the LE stock, but up top as well, and no sling loop at the bottom. 6 position, I believe this one is a 5 on this one, but that varies per Airsoft maker. So sometimes you get these with 6 or 4 or less. Here's the forward assist. A little different is extended right there, or it just became round later on. Detachable carry handle on the M4. Solid fixed on the XM. There's the brass deflector on the M4. It's triangular in shape to help on the railgun prevent the brass cartridge from hitting you in the face. It's just a small little wall on the XM. On the M4, you got the little middle finger notch right there on the pistol grip. XM lacks that feature. And this is important in Airsoft. On the M4s, you have this big fat forward, handguard, and you can fit anything in there pretty much. 9.6 brick, it's fine. On the XM, it's small. You can only fit a nunchuck battery in there. That's one of these guys. You can fit a 7.4 butterfly LiPo in there as well. I wouldn't go any larger. You can't. I tried fitting a 9.6 mini type. Can't do it. 8.4 will fit. 8.4 nunchuck will fit. 8.4 mini won't fit. M4s have it down there too. It's just on this one. It's over on the side. Both about the same length. This has the moderator. I'll go into this when I zoom in. But they're both about the same length. This is the M4. This is a 14-inch barrel. This was 11.5 inches in the real steel world. There's a close-up on the trades. We got the Armalite trades. Classic Army has acquired them. This is Armalite originally designed the gun with Eugene Stoner at the helm. These are laser engraved. M15A1 is what Armalite calls their M16 style guns. And you got your XM177 trade there, and you have your individualized serial number. Each one of these guns has individualized serial number. This is 00377. Pretty cool number. If it was 177, even better. We would charge more if it was 177. Over here you have the moderator. This is kind of cool. This is kind of unique to this gun. This gun is very short. It's a 10-inch barrel, or 11.5. But they're having trouble with it, feeding and cycling and whatnot. So they designed this. And what this did in the real steel world was helped it generate back pressure to help cycle the gun. And it had the other effects of helping to silence the gun by, I think it was like 5 decibels, and it was a flash hider as well. And you can see the beginnings of the birdcage flash hider that's so prevalent now in the muzzle on this. This is just painted on the metal. And you can see the metal there is really, really nice gray gunmetal color there. It's got an adjustable front sight. It comes with the tool. I'm not going to show the box because it's just a blue box. And it comes with an unjamming rod and doesn't come with batteries. It comes with a manual and a catalog. I usually show the boxes, but This I want to devote to the gun because the gun is so much more interesting than the box. This is the handguard. It's so much thinner than your M4 handguards. Imitation gas tube up there. This delta ring it's straight if you look at it. It's not like an M4. And it's not tapered like an M4. So it's wicked tight, as we say up here in the Northeast. On there. It's just wicked, tight. So, hard to get open. 9.6 battery is probably the most you're going to fit in here. Well, if you use an 11-1 LiPo, obviously. But your 9.6 nunchucks. You can't use a mini type or a 10.8. It won't fit. No brick battery's going to fit in there. It's just, this is too small. If you looked at the comparison earlier between this and the M4, this is so much skinnier. You're best off using a 7.4 LiPo butterfly panel type to fit in there. Your traditional swivel bayonet lug. You get your carry handles attached because that's the way it was designed originally. And we're going down a whole bunch of made in Hong Kongs on this. Fire selector. Charging handle. That's stock. These stocks are pretty fragile. There's reports from the field in Vietnam that these just broke. Because these were like an ABS plastic. Which is pretty durable, but under combat conditions I'm assuming it's nowhere near as good as like the fiber reinforced stuff that they have today. So let's look at the other side. Again, the other side of the stock. Notice there's no swing swivel down here. And we got more trades. We got Classic Army made in Hong Kong. That one's permanent. You can't take that sticker off because it's not a sticker. Sticker you can take off. And this has a, you can lock this bolt back. If you hold the ping pong bat on the other side, hold this back, hold it, there you go. So you can adjust the hop up. It's a standard M4 hop up. It's metal on this unit. Classic Army's usually ship on there, this is a Pro line model, with a 604. So it's going to be great right out of the box. So, just your hop up, and on the side here with the ping pong bell, your bolt release, just bam, and it goes forward. For some reason there's a little bit of rust on there, but I will clean that off before anyone buys this. Unless they want it on there. But, I can put it back on. There's rust paint in the hobby shop. So yeah, we'll go further. Yeah, it's really cool. Very nice gun. It comes with a 200 round, actually I think it's 190 high cap. So there's not a lot of rounds in this high cap. But you can use say you're doing a more modern day Black Hawk Down or 1980s impression. You can use your 30 round style M4, M16 magazines. You'd be fine. But this is the VN style. Only 190 rounds. But it's Classic Army, high quality mag. This test is with Javelin .20 gram BBs. So you can see we're hovering around the 415, 417 mark. Let's see what it does on full auto. It's 923 rounds per minute with a 9.6 nickel metal hydride battery. I personally own several Classic Army Airsoft guns. And I would totally buy this if my friends didn't say they were going to do an intervention on me, because I have too many Airsoft guns. And I don't want to be on TLC with the Walking on Sunshine Duster Inhaling girl. But if they let me keep this afterwards, it'd be totally worth it. But I love my SA-58 too, which is Classic Army, and that thing's freaking awesome. But this is just, the build quality's there, the performance is there, it's fast, it shoots nice and hard. You can even downgrade it if you want, if you were going to do it for CQB. But as it is up here in the Northeast, 420 with .20s is perfect. Because with .25s, like most of the fields, they measure their velocity up here, it falls under 400. But look at it, it's great if you want to do non-airsofting, if you want to do 80s or 90s, like Delta Force, but not Chuck Norris, because he would have a motorcycle with rockets. Or, Black Hawk Down, or whatever. It is such an awesome airsoft gun. I can't stop blabbing about this thing. Remember, this is limited edition. Classic Army isn't going to keep making this. They made this a couple years ago and stopped making it. It had not as quite a good gearbox before. They had like the 6mm gearbox. This is the 7mm bearing gearbox in this one. And, it's great. It's an awesome gun. So, like always, buy a gun here at Master Hobbies. You get a free Master Hobbies Airsoft patch, stick-on Velcro. You know, it could not also be Airsoft patch. It could also be an RC car patch if you have Velcro on your RC car uniform. But, you know, this thing is awesome, and it reduces grown men to blabbing and just kind of like, stop by the shop, check it out. It's freaking sweet. Just hold it and you'll be like, wow, this thing is so cool. People say it's an M4 and you'll be like, it's not an M4, it's cooler than an M4. So anyway, I'll see you out on the Airsoft field, maybe with this after my intervention.